Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this series, we are going to talk about index and match using Excel. If there is one Excel skill that separates beginner from professional, it is this, not VLOOKUP, not shortcuts. Index and match is the answer. In this video, I will show you how to use index and match to find any data instantly using our employee dataset. By the end of this video, you will not need VLOOKUP again. So let us quickly explore our dataset. So our dataset contain the employee our dataset contain the employee record, and which are the words: the employee ID, the employee name, department, the job title, the region, the salary, the performance rating, and the year of experience. So quickly, before we touch any formula, we need to understand this. Every lookup problem has two steps. The first step is where the data is, and the second is return the value from that position. And that is exactly what index and match does. So before we dive into the what index and match, let us explore match. So now we'll first understand what is match with the help of our data set. This data set is the same thing. The data set is the same thing, and see is the same thing. But first of all, let us understand what is match. So quickly, let's use our formula to understand the function of what match. To understand the function of match. So quickly now, this is the input part, and this is the output part. So the input is what we are slotting in, and the output is what it will return. So quickly, let's use our match function to input our employee ID, to output our numbers. So let us understand how match works. Before diving into index, we also understand how index works. Then we combine match and index together to give us the full core of the video. So quickly, let's understand what's match. So now let's get our formula to get our return number. So now let's get our formula match. So we want to match. So our match now has this function, which is our match now has this function: lookup value, lookup array, and the match type. So now match is used to find position. So now we want to find the position of the employee ID. So now I'll write the employee ID of 50. So quickly, let's check the lookup array. So the lookup array of the employee ID of 50, we'll select our cell E2, use your control, down arrow, boom. Now write your comma. Now you put your exact match, then include your formula, then you hit enter. Boom. Let's view our result. So now quickly, now the input is what we are entering, and the output is the return value. So now what is match? Match is used to find the position. So now the input now is the employee ID, which is employee ID of 50. That is what you are searching for, and the range is the column, which is the employee ID range, and the exact match is the 0. So the way it works, Excel scan the employee ID column, and when it finds the employee ID of 50, it will return number like 50. So quickly, let's check. Let's view our results. Let's check and see it will return the number of 50. So now that is how match function works. And match does not return numbers. It only tell you where the answer is. So with that, let's progress to the next function, which is index. So the data set is the same thing, but here we want to understand how index works. So what is index? Index returns a value from a position. That is how index works. Index returns a value from a position. So quickly, want to get a value here. by putting the position, and the value that we're looking for is what is the salary amount. So quickly, let's write our index function. So you press a tab. So now we select our column, which is salary. Select our cell F2, you hold your control, then your down arrow, boom, you have select the cell, then you write your comma. Now the index, the row number we're looking for is the row number I want to input is 50. Then you close your formula, then you hit enter. Boom, let's view our result. So now this is how it works. This is the input. The input is the row position, and the output is the salary amount. So index return a value from a position. You check, hey, what do you input? I input 50. And what is the amount? What is the position of the what? What is the position of the 50 that I input? The position of 50 that I input is for me to get the salary. So if we check now, let's check the entry of 50. Let's check the entry of 50. Oh, we have 50. Yeah, this will have 50. Notice that the salary amount now is what? Is 2,000. So the way index works is that it returns a value from a position. So we select the what? We select the salary amount column, and we want it to return the what? The amount. And the row position that we input is 50. So if let's input another position, like let's input 10 and see. Boom. Let's check. So we have 1,600. So if we have here now, can see here, we have it what? 1,600. So as they go down and check for the what? For the row of what? 10, and it will return the salary because we selected the what? The salary column. So index says give me the value at this position, then I will give you the what? The amount, because we selected the what? The amount column. So that is how index works. So now, using the same data set, let us explore the combination. So here, this is the core part. We are combining index and match together to get our result. So now this is the input part, and this is the output part. So quickly, so now here we are combining our index and match function to get our salary amount using our employee ID. So we'll be using our index and match function. So now let's write our function. So index. So we are selecting our salary column, our F2. You hold your control, shift, down arrow, boom. Now, comma, you write your match. So what are we matching? We are matching the employee ID. So we are matching the employee ID. So let's match the employee ID of 50. Employee ID of 50. So we want to know the what? Select the what? The lookup array, which is Control plus Shift, then a down arrow button, then comma, then 0. That is exact match. Then include the formula. Then hit enter. Boom. So let me explain this formula. So the way it works now, the way it works is that the match find the employee ID of 50, and inside the employee ID column, it will return the value 50. That is how the match works. It will return the value 50. Then the step 2, the index will not take the 50, then goes to the rows of 50 in the salary column. It will then return the salary. Hope you understand the concept. It will check for the it will find the employee ID of 50. It will find the employee ID of 50 in the employee column, and it will return the row 50. That's how the match works. Then the index will not take the 50, then goes to the salary column. It will now return the salary. Hope you understand the concept. So now let us check the 50 and see. So this is the 50. This is the 50. It will return the value 50. is the value 50. Then it will now return the salary, which is what? 2000. So that is how the index and match works. You instantly get the salary of the employee ID of what? 50. So now let's input another employee ID. Let's input employee ID of 1. Let's input the employee ID of 1. Let's hit enter. Boom. So now it will do the same thing. It will find the employee ID of 001. Then it will return the what? It will return the number, which is what? 1. Then that is how the match works. Then the index will now goes to the rows of 1. Then it will now return the salary. It will now return the salary. So now this is it now. This is the value for the salary of the index of the employee ID of 001. Is it? Let's see, this is the salary amount, 1,510. So let's input another employee ID and see if it will return the salary amount correctly. Let's input 4 here. No, let's input 5. Boom. So now let's see. That is how the index and match function works. Employee ID of what? 005. This is the value, 1,555. Boom. You can see that is correct. So now let's do the same thing. This is the input. We input the employee ID. Then the output should be what? Salary. And we selected the word, the salary column, which is our what? Which is our F. So now with that, if you understand this video, please do well to subscribe to my channel and also comment in the video if you have any question. So let's proceed. Let's proceed to the next one. So we have to look for the name of the employee. So we'll be using our index and match just like we did at the top. So we are going to use the employee ID to get the what? To get the employee name. So quickly, let's do the same thing. So write our index, we press a tab. So the array is the what? The array is the what? Is the B, which is the what? Which is the employee name. So we are looking for the employee name. You hold your Control Shift, then you hit your down arrow button, then comma, then you write your match. So what are we matching? We are matching it with what? With our employee ID. So we are looking for the employee ID of let's look for employee ID of 120. So let's close our formula. No, let's close our brackets. Then now we select our what? We select our ID, the employee ID. Select the cell. You your Control Shift, then your down arrow button. I've select the employee ID. Now let's close our formula. No, comma, exact match, then close our formula. Then hit enter. Boom. Let's view our result. So now we do the same thing. Now we input the employee ID of 120 and it returns the what? The name. So Excel will search for the employee ID. It will search for the employee ID of 120. Then it will return the value, which is what? 120. Then it will now go to the what? To the name column and return the what? The name. So now this is it. This is the employee ID of 120. This is the employee ID of 120. Let's quickly view it. Employee ID of 120. Check. Yeah, boom. We have employee ID of 120 here. Then this is the column. Let me highlight it. Yeah. And this is what? This is the employee name. The employee name is what? Employee/120. So if you understand the concept, please like the video and also comment in the video section. So this is how the what? The index and match function work in combined part. So we input the employee ID, then it will now return the what? The employee name. That's why here I name here to be what? To be input and here to be what? To be output. So quickly, let's proceed to the next question, which is what? We want to know the department of the what? The employee. So we are using the employee ID and also the what? We are using the employee ID to get the what? To get the department. So now let's do the same thing. We write our index function. We press a tab. So now we select our cell. We select our column. which is our what? Which is our row. Which is our array. You hold your Control Shift down arrow button. Now you write your comma. So we are matching it with what? Write your match function. You press your tab. Then you select the what? We are looking for the what? We are looking for the employee ID of let's just say O2. Then we select the employee ID column, which is A2 with your Control Shift down arrow. Boom. Now write your comma. Now you write your 0. That is, select the exact match. Press your tab. Close the formula. Then hit enter. Boom. Let's view our result. So now we input the employee ID and we want to get the department. That's why we input the employee ID to get the what? To get the department of the what? The employee. So now I input the employee ID of 002, the employee ID of 002, and to get the what? To get the department. So let's check the employee ID of 002. So this is it. This is the employee ID of 002, and this is the department. Department is what? Is sales. Notice that index and match is very, very accurate. So now let's do another one again. Let us write the employee ID of 10. Hit enter. Carry the mistake. Oops. Still have still. Let's do for another department again. Let's write for, let me just write 20. Employee ID of, okay, yeah. So I input an employee ID of 20 and it will return the word, the department. So quickly, let's confirm employee ID of 20. Yeah, employee ID of 20, and this is the one. This is the department. Let's highlight it. Yeah, the department is what? HR. Employee ID of 20 and the department is what? HR. This is the what? This is the department column, and the department is what? HR. So if you understand index and match, please like the video and also subscribe to my channel. So quickly, let's proceed to the last one. So we have to look for the what? We have to look for the year of experience. So we have to look for the year of experience. So we'll do the same thing. We are going to input the employee ID and we'll get the what? The year of experience. So with that, let's do the same thing. So with our index, write our index, press our tab. Now we are selecting the word, the year. The array is the what? Is the year of experience. So select the year of experience, which are A2, H2. You hold your control shift, then your down arrow button, boom. Then comma, then write your match function. Press your tab. So which employee ID bonus are we looking for? Oops, coming. I did an error. Okay, we are looking for the year of experience. Okay, we'll select the year of experience. Okay, now which employee ID are we looking for the year of experience? Let's just write employee ID of, I like using those people that are at the top. Let me get the employee ID of 5. Employee ID of 5. So the lookup array is the what? Is the employee ID column. Select our cell A2 with your control shift, then our down arrow button. Boom. You have selected the cell. That is the column. Write your comma. Write your 0. Exact match. Press your tab. Then close your formula. Then hit enter. Boom. Let's view our result. So quickly, the employee ID of 005 has the year of experience of what? 6. So now let's view our results and know if we are actually correct or not. So employee ID of 005. Let's check 005. This employee ID of 005. Let me highlight the column. Yeah, employee ID of 005. This is the year of experience. We notice that here we have 6. The year of experience is what? Is 6. The year of experience here is 6. So this how index and this how we're able to combine index and match together to answer our question easily. So this is the input section and this is the word the output section. Here we input the word here we input the employee ID and we get the what? We get the salary of the what? Employee ID. The employee ID of 005. We're able to return the what? The salary, because we selected the word the employee ID and the what? And the salary column. That's why we're able to have it to what? To be 1,555, and this is it. You have it to be what? 1,555. And the same thing we do for this place. We input the employee ID, we get the what? We get the employee name. We do the same thing here. We input the employee ID of 20. We selected the word the employee ID column, and we get the what? We also selected the what? The department to get the what? To get the department column, to get the department of the employee. We selected the employee ID of 20, and let's view it again. Employee ID of 20. Yeah, employee ID of 20. Let me highlight the rows. Yeah, we're able to get the department was to be HR. You can notice that our index and match give us accurate results. So if you understand this concept very well, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. You have just learned one of the most powerful skill in Excel, and that is exactly how data analysts work. Please like this video and also comment in the video section. So this is the combination of index and match, and this is the index parts. Index return only the what? The value. So this is how the index works. This is the input. We input the what? We input the number and it gives us the what? The salary. So the same thing, this is how match works. We input the employee ID, it will only return the what? The number. So if you enjoy this video, please like, comment and subscribe. And also do well to check my channel. I have video on data cleaning, I have video on VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and also Python video. Do well to like, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye. The data sets will be available in the description below.